Welcome back to Truck Tech, everyone. This week from Ypsilanti, Michigan, outside Detroit, where Freightliner, part of Daimler Truck North America, is showing the 5th generation of the Cascadia. The Cascadia, of course, is the best-selling over-the-road truck in North America. More than 1 million of them have been sold since they started back in 2007. We're going to spend some time today with the people behind the changes in this truck. This is not an all-new truck, but there are a lot of new features. We want to spend a little bit of time going over that with you. Hope you enjoy the show. So Miranda Richardson is the on-highway product manager for Freightliner, and this is really your truck now, this 5th generation. Tell us what we really need to know before we watch you walk around the truck.
Yes, thanks. So the 5th generation Cascadia was built on 3 main pillars: safety, efficiency, and profitability. You'll hear in my walk around all about those efficiency changes as we look to make a fuel economy improvement of up to 1.9% with all of the exterior changes to the 5th generation. You'll also notice that we have changed the entire electrical architecture of the truck, which enables us to have more radars that you'll also see in the walk around, providing you even more safety opportunities and events that we can pick up on, keeping the driver and all the vehicles around them safe on the road. So again, helping air guide up around that hood and directing it around the side of the truck. But a big reason as to why we updated the hood is to be able to incorporate our all-new dual-stage intelligent LED headlights. Now, we mentioned safety, right, was one of the main key pillars of this 5th generation, and that's even outside of everything that you get with Detroit Assurance. And these headlights are a big piece of that. So not only are they durable and impact resistant, but they are also, because of their dual stage in their name, they have de-icing and defogging capabilities. They utilize the ambient air temp sensor in the driver's side mirror over there. And so without driver intervention, they go into their operational modes and can de-ice and defog. So whether you're in cold climates or humid climates, driver doesn't have to worry about it. It's always going to keep its increased visibility, because the next piece of this is that they offer a 30% improvement over our current LED headlight offerings. And so they provide a 45-degree light pattern. So it really helps drivers with that enhanced visibility at night. It also eliminates the need for fog lights. So one of the things that you will now not have to see integrated into our bumper is fog lights, because it eliminates that based on the headlight needs as well. And then they are also intelligent because they go into auto high beam and low beam on their own, again, without driver intervention. So a great safety feature that you're going to be able to keep drivers on the road with that enhanced visibility as they continue their journey on. But that's probably not the only thing that you've noticed is a change there, right? So we mentioned that we have now been able to add all of 4 new additional short-range radars, right? So this is where they live, this radome that you see here. So there's one on each side. You'll notice over there. We also have additional radars on the driver's side that you can see. I know it's kind of tight over there, but we have the radars also installed on the side fairings. And then when you're inside the cab, you can kind of see it up top on the windshield. That's where the multi-purpose camera is. So with the additional short-range radars, long-range radar, and the updated camera here, this is where they all integrate together. Thanks to the new camera, we were able to shrink the housing, so it gives the driver now greater field of visibility within the windshield as well. Another thing that you will notice too about the location of these radars, so while we've always had one on the passenger side, it has sat further back. A lot of people mistake it as like a third step, and that's not what it is. So you will notice that we have now moved these forward, not only with the introduction over there on the driver's side. Then going back to the aerodynamic piece, so previously we only offer our wheel well closeout attached to the chassis fairing and the bumper, and now we're able to introduce it to this hood mount. So another one of those redesigns within the hood was to accommodate this third piece of the wheel well closeout. And so why this is really important is we know that the tires are a huge wake region, right? Creating a lot of drag. And so this will help keep air from getting up in that wheel well and moving along the side of the truck. And then you'll notice our updates to our A-pillar deflector. This was originally introduced on our current model as a soil management component, but once we introduced it to the market, we realized that there is actually a lot of aerodynamic gain to it. And so with this new generation, you'll notice that it's now longer, going down more of the door profile, and it flares out on the bottom. So you're still going to get that soil management to help keep visibility on the windshield and the mirrors, but you're also now going to see fuel efficiency improvement thanks to that redesign of the A-pillar deflector. Then, you will obviously can't miss the introduction of our mirror cam system. We currently offer this as an aftermarket install option. We are now very excited to say, as another safety enhancement that we are bringing to the 5th generation Cascadia, is that we now have a proprietary integration of mirror cam. So still leveraging that same mirror eye technology that our customers have become accustomed to, but now we're able to provide even better benefits now that this is factory integrated. You will notice that the arms are a little different than the current aftermarket install. If I was taller, I would show you that they have breakaway capability. So for any of those tight clearance areas, they will break forward or backwards, and you can get out and readjust them. We'll show you in a moment the in-cab monitors, but just a little bit about that is these lenses here, they have infrared technology. So no matter what the lighting looks like, they auto adjust, and the in-cab displays also adjust to the lighting, so that you maintain full visibility, whether it's light or dark outside. And they also have a hydrophobic coating on them, so they help repel water and contaminants. Personally, I benefited from this greatly because I got caught in a torrential downpour in Nashville in this truck, and I could not see anything out of my side mirrors, but mirror cam made it look like it was clear as day on the inside, which was great thanks to that hydrophobic coating that you will see. So the first thing, kind of keeping in line with that mirror cam, is we have the 3 in-cab displays, right? They take up the full side of the door here. One of the things now that they are a proprietary integrated system is that we're able to integrate the side guard assist alerts into the monitor. So should a vehicle be detected in one of your blind spots, the alert will pop up in the mirror cam system as well. And because before in the aftermarket install, it would block that alert if you had the in-cab display. You'll notice there in the center in front of the Detroit Assurance housing is the 3rd monitor, and this is a look down of your passenger side blind spot. So now it eliminates the need to have that look down mirror on the outside as well, because you're seeing it live there on the inside. Another great thing about these now, compared to the aftermarket install, is it ultimately provides a better fit and finish. So there's no more drilling into the B panel to install those integrations. You can now adjust all of your trailer lines, do your auto panning and zooming, all within the integration, just like your mirrors on the driver's side door. You won't notice a whole lot of interior changes to the 5th generation Cascadia, as we still have some of the most industry-leading driver comfort features, and we're maintaining all of those same features and trim level options and packages.
Samantha Parlier, it has been a while, 4 years since we last had a chance to talk about product here. I know I've run into you, I think, once or twice.
Yeah.
But it's great to see you again.
It's good to see you.
You were at Western Star. We were crawling all over the 49X out in Oregon a few years ago. That's in your past. You got a bigger job now.
Yeah, now I am the Director of Marketing Communications, not only for the Western Star brand, I brought that with me, but also for Freightliner in Detroit, which brings us together today.
And it's a marketing role, of course, but you're still kind of loving your engineering background, aren't you?
I've been in engineering recovery for a long time, and I don't think it's ever going to be expunged from my system. I love talking about the product.
And so when we talk about the 5th generation Cascadia, I want to just go ahead and ask you, you've got some favorite things. They fall kind of in that engineering area. What are they?
Well, if I had to pick just a couple, I would say my first thing is really something that customers have been asking for and fleets have been asking for, and that's remote lock unlock. So anywhere this truck is where there's cell service, if a driver locks their keys in the cab, if a driver, even worse, abandons the truck and it's unlocked, you can go into the Detroit Connect portal and remotely lock or unlock, and within 3 minutes, the truck will respond.
I've heard of that before, and I think it's been around for a while. It was called OnStar, and it was on cars early on, and it was something that was actually, it was one of the major things. I remember my wife telling me this is why we're getting OnStar, because we want to be able to unlock the car. That comes to trucks, as do other things from the car business, but there's more to it than that. I know you talked about customers, but there's more to it in terms of, these are rolling offices, they are workplaces, really. And that informs a lot of what happens. So there's some other things besides that.
Yeah, there are definitely. It's often you see technology that's really developed or utilized in automotive spaces, and then integrated into trucks. I want to bring us back to remote lock unlock just for a split second, because they are offices, they are different, and we have a fleet customer that does $2 million worth of locksmith callouts a year. So technology as simple as remotely allowing a driver to access is not only going to save them time, right? Because you don't have to wait an hour for a locksmith to get to you. You're right back in your truck, but also eliminates that really costly fee that adds nothing to their bottom line.
Sure.
On your second point about the automotive technology, it is great to see things get tested out, get tried out in the automotive field, and adopt it where it really makes the most sense for our customers. As you mentioned, it's their office, it's their business. They need technology that keeps them running, keeps them on the road and profitable at all times.
One of the ways they don't want to run, though, Sam, is run away. They don't want to roll away. You're addressing that in this truck as well.
We are, yeah. Our intelligent braking control system actually unlocks, pun intended, the ability to set the brake when you open the door or the driver leaves the seat. And I know it's really flat here. We're in Detroit, Michigan. It's fairly flat, but even here, if you leave the truck in neutral and you get out, you think it's going to be there when you get back, and it won't. It'll actually roll away. And so now this truck automatically sets the parking brake when the driver gets out of that seat.
That's a huge safety thing. Again, back to the car space. I mean, you see recalls for not rollover, that too, but rollaway quite frequently, really, in the car space. Where parking brake interlock was what solved that decades ago. I guess there's one more that sort of came to my mind, and it was this idea of something kind of simple, but always flummoxed me, was releasing those air things. You've gotten rid of all those air hoses?
All the air hoses, that they've all gone to electrical in the cab. And that was one thing actually that surprised me a little bit, was when we showed, we have a customer council, and we showed our top fleets this new technology. They were so excited to see the airlines were replaced by electrical wiring. They get better reliability out of electrical. It's easier for them to troubleshoot. And quite frankly, they were overjoyed, more than I would have ever expected.
And you take two fingers and you put them right up under there and you pull them out or you push them in, and it's not quite as tough to do as it used to be. I always struggled with it anyway.
I usually had to use two hands, and then I was always like a little flinchy, like it was going to hurt my wrist when I said it. So it's much easier. It's really literally a button push.
Martin is the Director of Vehicle Reliability and Durability Testing for Daimler Truck North America. In the 5th generation Cascadia, there's one thing that's really interesting about these, and Daimler's been doing it for a while on a wiring basis, and that is the mirror cams, which I'm showing a little closer here to the audience. But basically, you have mirrors on the truck because you have to, but you really get used to this new system pretty easily, right?
Absolutely. No, it's very user friendly, very intuitive. We've really worked hard to try to integrate a lot of the features to make it even easier for the driver. Very similar to a physical mirror that everybody's used to. We've integrated the all the controls for the mirror cam into the door control module. So the same control module that adjusts your physical mirrors also adjusts your digital mirrors. And what I mean by that is you can toggle back and forth, and you can do manual panning. You can adjust your day and night mode, which gives you the infrared night vision. And then you can also select heat. So if you need to add additional heat to the primary mirror or the mirror cam lens, you can do that as well. As we're going through some of these corners, what you'll notice is the automatic panning. And what that does is that allows the camera system to digitally pan, always keeping the back of the trailer in the field of view. So even in tight corners, if you're in a truck stop or a tight parking lot, that back of the trailer is always in the monitor for the driver to be able to see. The 5th generation Cascadia is the first offering from Daimler Truck North America that offers factory installed mirror cam. And really what that enables is that enables a ready-to-use system from day one. There's no additional interior tear-up to add the system later. It comes ready to go day one. We have optimized the aerodynamics of the camera arm. We've spent a lot of time in our wind tunnel to do that. We've also added features, aerodynamic features, that allow for the ability for the lens to remain clean. So we're not collecting dirt and water. Now, as we enter this tunnel, I just want to show you, as we enter a tunnel, the system automatically switches to night mode. And you can see on the displays, the infrared turn on, so you can still see the surrounding of the vehicle, even though we're in a dark environment. And then as soon as we come out of the tunnel, back to day mode, IR filter turns off, and we have true colors again.
Okay, so now you've had an opportunity to get experience of some of the changes that are coming to the 5th generation Cascadia from Freightliner. We hope you enjoyed today's show. Lots more on this truck to come, I'm sure, but we did learn quite a few new things. Hope you enjoyed it.